This video will help you understand that each person has different ways of communicating their experiences. Some express themselves through pictures, others say how things sound to them, and others say how things feel. By the time we reach adolescence, we start to favor one of our three main senses: vision, hearing, or touch. Obviously, we use all our senses, but some people depend more on the visual, others on the auditory or kinesthetic. Some researchers estimate that 55% of people are visual, 30% are kinesthetic, and 15% are auditory. Here are some tips for when you meet these people along the way. Visual people. They talk about how things look. They tend to speak loudly, quickly, and to the point. They can't understand why you don't immediately see what they see. They want to see proof of their claims before making a decision. Her breathing will be rapid and chest deep. Visual people dress to impress and often show their correct posture. Visual people want eye contact when they talk. They are offended by lack of organization, mess, and disorder. They consistently refer to the appearance of things. Now that we have seen all the possibilities, we can focus on the future. From my point of view, it seems that we have now seen our goal. Do you see what I mean? As a general rule, they look left or right when they want to imagine something. When I ask you what color your favorite t-shirt is, where do your eyes go? Their gestures are open. Sometimes they draw a figure in the air. By this I mean that if she thinks in images, talk by evoking images, or at least talk about how things look, offering descriptions. Hearing people. They talk about how things sound. They usually have a way with words and can be very persuasive, with a soft and captivating voice. They tend to have adventurous thinking. They speak a little slower than visual people, breathing slowly through the lower part of the torso. A hearing person will often be the one to make a tasteful statement about the way they dress. A hearing person may turn their head slightly to one side when listening. She is actually turning her ear towards you and taking her focus away from her eyes to concentrate on the sound of what you are saying. Hearing people are not attracted to unpleasant sounds, noises, and voices. When you listen to someone who is constantly referencing the sound of things, I didn't like the tone of his voice. What he said sounded familiar. I'm just saying my opinion. She told an incredible story and received lots of applause. You probably met a hearing person. As a general rule, a hearing person looks to the side, looking at their ears essentially when looking for a sound. Where do your eyes go when I ask if the national anthem is better sung by an adult than a child? Hearing people often look to the side when they are speaking, breaking eye contact to focus on retrieving the sound from that mental file. Their gestures often follow the rhythm of the words, and sometimes they touch their face, chin, or ears while they speak. In other words, if you're talking to a hearing person, tell them what things sound like. Kinesthetic people. They talk about how they feel about things. They tend to be sentimental, easygoing, and intuitive, even if they are sometimes reserved and careful. If you're talking to someone who has a toned or extremely athletic body, you could very well be dealing with someone who is kinesthetic. Kinesthetic people can be easily identified because they are committed and derive satisfaction from touching and feeling. Her wardrobe tends to be comfortable and full of interesting textures, which focus on functionality rather than fashion. So kinesthetic people are known for talking extremely, agonizingly, slowly, or put in all kinds of details that make visual and auditory people want to scream. I got it 10 minutes ago. They have lower and slower voices than the rest. Kinesthetic people tend to be detail-oriented. Kinesthetics favor a physical and touch language. When I can put my finger on something concrete, I will reach out and direct it towards it. Let's all stay cool, calm, and together. When looking for a sensation or any information that is stored, they generally look down and to the right. Your breathing is regular and comes from your belly. Their gestures are low, and the hands and arms are almost always folded on the chest of the abdomen. So if the person is more kinesthetic, worry about physical sensations, talking about the sensation of things. If you can figure out which direction the person favors, you can speak in terms they will immediately connect with, and you will both benefit.